Okay, I believe we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I know I'm streaming this on a Monday, but I haven't been streaming for a couple days now, so I kind of want to make up for it. I want to start with Ace Attorney because I like this game so far, and I'm loving how the story is and the characters. Where we last left off, we completed episode 1, which was basically the prologue trial, and we cleared our name. We defeated Swan Girl. I forgot her name already, but we proved that she was the killer. But the unfortunate news is she won't be tried here in Japan. Instead, she'll be tried in a different country, like a third party country. And so yeah, now we continue our story with our characters, and I guess we go episode 2. The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. Interesting. Very excited to come back to this game. Oh, is this gonna be on ship?
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath.
Sholmes?
In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner.
Bro, what a parody of
whispering
Sherlock Holmes.
the victim's most perplexing final words. The Speckled Band.
Ooh.
I believe this is the terrible coil to which she referred.
Wilson?
In front of us was an enormous adder. Its fangs
What was the
bared
with the long
as it
vacation?
threatened to
A lot of
It
reasons.
truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
But trying to make it up for some this week at least. Also, welcome in. January 9th, 6:37 a.m. on the board of the steamship Burya. Well, what the heck?
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way.
When am I doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke?
This
Never.
appears to be a locked room mystery.
Is this Scuff Sherlock Holmes?
In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary.
Dude, I'm not.
spirit.
Pokemon Nuzlocks are just hell.
And evidently,
Maybe one day, but I also need a capture card if I want to play on Switch.
In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality.
What the fudge?
This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
That won't be
no.
necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
Oh, this is crazy. What the frick is going on?
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Oh, she has a British accent. I guess they all do, technically.
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock
You
Holmes?
must have heard of me.
Ugh, my head is throbbing. What's going on? Something is not right here. There's trouble in the air. Am I Naruhodo? Or I didn't even remember his name. Yeah, Ryunosuke. Wait, I can't move. Am I framed for murder again? What? Shloms. Herlock Shloms. Shalom. Shloms. Is that really how? Yeah, like Shloms. What the? Why am I in handcuffs? So you wake up now, Oh, no, this is the Russian man. We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. You. You found me then. Duh, we found you. And now you pay. Criminal. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, sorry. Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is, No, I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Is that the Herlock Shloms? Is that? Oh. Oh no, it's her. Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Oh, is he going to be my best friend? No. Miss Susato. Miss Susato. Wait. What did you just say? Take his life? Where? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? No! Ha! You pretend you do not know? You are a wolf in sheep's pelt. You are the killer! Do not try to make excuses. What? Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. Here, in this very cabin, that was bolted shut from the inside. His body? Please, do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please! No. No! Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Don't you find it funny being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way the Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was gonna die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. Oh my gosh, I snuck in? You must be even less of a man than you look. Oh, hey, honestly, I thought I broken every bone in my broken every bone in my body. Dang, I had a stroke there. Oh, it's about 50 days until we dock. Oh wait, give me a second. Dang, he went fly. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. Oh my god, that's such a long trip. Oh, I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotaro, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point? Surely we couldn't confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come up and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there. I think it won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I'll tell you what. Why don't you write keep out or something out on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over to the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. You've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England. Together! We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. No, I am not a murderer. Duh, you said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Susato-san. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you, too. Those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just some bad dream. And these handcuffs. They think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from the inside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. What? Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died? The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course, he has no post-mortem analysis experience. Oh, come on. That's so... wow. I mean, wow. Different times, man. I don't suppose we should learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then. That's true, yes. About the incident. Can't anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please, whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door, I wonder? I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside... Oh... There was Kazuma-sama, collapsed on the floor. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I have no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me too. Trust me. Now, I've told you everything I know, so it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Stowaway. Why are you even on board this ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes, I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you occupy Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? No. That would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. But I never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on the personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then... Then what? Nothing. Forget it. Hmm? Kazuma-sama is... He was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then. It was darker than I've ever seen it before. Susato-san? I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I... fell asleep? Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed? Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable. Really, I do. But it's the truth. If only I woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. For some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else who could possibly have done this. Who's gonna be my, like, prosecutor from now on? Because usually the first one's the freaking nerd boy. In Phoenix Wright was Edgeworth, was it Von Karma, Godo, like the coffee sipping dude. And I forgot the Apollo one though. Kazuma, I don't understand why. Why did this have to happen? I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry, but Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around? My hands tied while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life, and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Oh god, did she flip me around? What the? That was a Susato takedown. A Susato what? What martial art form was that? I'm gonna need you to prove it. Sorry, prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in the court of law. Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of an awful crime.
Yes!
Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabin steward or the other crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Ah, yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Oh, I guess that's true, huh? Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Give me a second here. I'm gonna drink some water. Already I'm like thirsty. Probably later I have to go for a water refill. Oh god. I almost knocked out my lamp. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating here at least. Thank you. So you finally believe me? Nope. I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you use some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. What does she think I am, a magician? Abracadabra! For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Right, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please, don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you to use your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, of course. For example, right. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death. Did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. Oh god, what's that supposed to be? Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. What? Then what language is it? It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused, I forget to look around properly. Ah, yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? What do you mean? Oh, tutorial. I'm sure you're careful to look around. Using BM, aren't you? Now, let's investigate all corners. Okay, BM. Yes, let's do that. And I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Oh, I thought that was the ink. Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah, yes, I see it says this way up in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewman wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than a Susato takedown. Dang, that was a... This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was riding. London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination. It looked as though the last entry is incomplete. Which means... What? He was in the middle of writing in it when the incident happened. Let's see what it says. It could have a valuable clue. Hiya! That's out of the question. What? Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Alright, I won't read it. Wow, really? I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? The books have fallen over the shelf. Look, they're all toppled the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked, and everything mown down at once. I wonder if... Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt it. Then perhaps... It was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Burya. It's essential of a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, is you gonna say I'm a pet? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I'm a dangerous pet. I can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. I suppose that's just that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone. But I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. What the heck is that? That's my dinner from last night. A roast chicken. Well, that's a roast chicken? Dang. It was really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But, did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant that all the more for me. Oh no. Does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. Ugh, now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. Sege, the Japanese word for justice. The brush strokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Yes, his calligraphy was always a reflection of his heart. Yet you, can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can! I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Dang, she's really doubting me, even though you stood away on this ship. Now you're gonna bring that up, are you? I can't win. I've investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me. What? I was wondering how it's going, the investigation I mean. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it is not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking the investigator for information about his fair crime. Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. He might have useful information, though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Besides me. Bro. Night. Of course not. Now back to the corner of the room and make silent. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there. He seemed a little flustered. When I went for help, the crewman forced the door open. This bolt had been firmly closed. It's quite a small bolt, and not particularly sturdy. And it just slides across to secure the door shut. Oh, snap. Oh, hey, I'm Reed! Hey, Strange! Oh, snap. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, God, did not expect that. Oh, man. Welcome, welcome. Hope y'all are doing great. Oh, snap. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Thanks for the raid, Strange. Hey, Norden. Hi. I hope your multiplayer Monday went well. What you doing? I'm playing on my PC now. I wanted to do a PC stream. I haven't streamed for a couple days, so I wanted to like relax and just play some Ace Attorney tonight. Probably the best game for me right now, since it's like there's no voice acting. It's just a visual novel. I'm just reading and paying attention to. Ugh, my back too. And also, I want an excuse to stream on the new PC. It's really fun. How was your multiplayer Monday though? You were playing Pal World, right? Oh, there we go. Needed a stretch. Thank you. Okay. Okay, that feels good though. Thank you. Oh, yeah? Oh, fuck. I need to talk to Beast about that deep voice. I need to reconsider. I feel so embarrassed every time I do that. You have all these points. Yeah, that's what Beast said. My mod said too. She like freaking just used all her points. Like, better use these. Alright. Oh, God. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel, the culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this. Frick. I freaking hate that one. But I'm glad you got to play a little bit of Pal World though. The culprit used a needle and thread to draw. Oh yeah. Oh God, yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal and sealed together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. Yeah, I know. I remember you added that recently. I was like, ooh, new channel point opportunity. Let me just take advantage of that since I have all these points. I need to also get some like logos for like channel points basically, or just anything subs, whatever. Because I've been thinking about that. It's like probably need to do that. I probably am gonna get some from Etsy like I did before. When she glares like that at me, I feel pins and needles all up down my spine. This is, yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean contraption? Yeah, this is a detective, well, a lawyer slash mystery detective game. It's part of the Ace Attorney series. This is set way before then though. This is like ancient feudal Japan, I think. So yeah, this is a mystery game. One of my mods recommended me this game, and it was on sale. So I was like, oh, I know more about the older Ace Attorney games, but this was a newer one. So I was like, you know what? I don't know anything about this game, and so I wanted to play it, and it's actually really fun. I love mystery games. They're so fun to make for critical thinking, and it's also helping me with like doing voices and stuff here. I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Really? That sounds almost magical. Also, the music's actually pretty great, too. Shall we give it a little try? Yes. In the interest of cultural research, obviously. Strange horticulture game. Ooh. Is it? I'm assuming it's on Steam, right? Honestly, I need... Oh, yeah. Also, my mod added game recommendations. I need to, like, advertise that more because I low-key want people to recommend me mystery games on Discord because it's actually pretty fun to, like, see all the suggestions and stuff. I suppose nobody comes for a lowly Japanese people. Holy crap. Dude, I forget, like, the references that how society was back then. Holy. No. I'm sure it's just everyone is busy. That's all. There's some dark themes in this game, too. Like, oh, gosh. There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and culture are all over the floor for some reason. You are a horticulturist that is trying to identify special herbs to forward the quest line. There's murder and supernatural events. What the frick? What is it called? I low-key am now. No, that got my attention. Strange horticulture. Oh, here we go. Oh god, that's so loud. Oh my god. It was playing the volume. Forgot my thing had... Oh, it's a puzzle game. Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures of it. Ooh. Oh, and it's $15.99. Ooh. I might... Okay, I'm probably gonna save that. I'm gonna put a note for that one. I also like that it also has the name Strange. Like, was that one of the reasons that appealed to you as part of your name? The play and the culture all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still... No, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. I must have been knocked out afterwards. Oh, pff, she doubts me. There's multiple ways to end the game with different people who survive. Oh my god. Oh, freaking games that have like multiple endings and depending on who survives kind of moment is honestly like this. ugh, those are cool, but those make me feel not stressed, but kind of like in a good way. Those like like more tensed up because like it's like oh well, like what kind of ending am I gonna get? There's other games that are like that I've seen before that I want to try at some point. Out of context, I ended up getting sued by a guy who hired me as a to zombify his dying wife. What what in the world? That sounds like a supernatural episode thing or like a freaking Baldur's Gate quest. Except the sue part. I don't know if they sue in like medieval times. So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama. No. Oh yeah, what is this? What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have been broken clean and chew. The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Netscape fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around him, would he? And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? It has sort of a brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. Is it the color of brick? It's the color of brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything now the same color anywhere else in the cabin. It's some 2 weeks since we sailed from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhado-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting, making this voyage in your own secret hideout. Well, it was until my best friend died, but... I guess beggars can't be choosers when choosing their adventures. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. Like Narnia. Or, no, not like Narnia. If it was Narnia, I would have been to a different land. And last night was no exception. But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. No, sadly not. Investigate thoroughly, but I can't find any place. Huh, is that really... Huh. I'm in handcuffs and under house arrest by the crew. Not to mention Susato-san's constant glares. Oh, thanks for the drink of water. Give me a second. Yeah, when playing games like this, it's constant reading, so it does a number in my voice, so I have to refill waters when at points when playing games like this. Especially when I did when I was trying to do Elder Scrolls, the Elder Scrolls streams when I was trying to read books. Like holy crap, I had a full water bottle ready. Yeah. Depends on the stream. If I usually I average 2 hours, or recently 2 hours or at least an hour and 30. I just go at least 2 water bottles ready, or I have my hydro flask ready full of water. I think it's fair to say that I'm stuck in this cabin for the time being at least. I should focus on investigating here to see what I can find out. Okay, is there anything that can... Okay, there's nothing to examine though, unless there is. Oh, wait, the vent. Or the window. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. Oh yeah, it is. A hole through which fresh air can circulate in the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this is a ventilator. If that's what it is, looks like it must connect his next door cabin. Yes, it would appear to. You're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air in the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when seas are rough. or something like that. I suppose maybe that's it. Oh, what the fudge? What? Oh, what was his name? Oh yeah, his name is like Herlock Sholmes. Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Oh, how did he... Also, in this game, the names of these people that you meet throughout the game have puns, and some of them hurt me. You've noticed the man too, haven't you? Have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. Naruto-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Vent to get rid of the stink, lol. Honestly, yeah, you know. Well, no, I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And is he investigating Kazuma's desk, or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we must simply talk with him. Am I just imagining it, or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case, if you press the space on people when they're in crosshairs, you can... Oh, my... I love when it is like, okay, in order to talk to this person, press the space keyboard. Okay, yeah. Alright, then I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights. Oh, please do. Excuse me. Oh god, I have to give him a British accent because in the cutscene earlier he was definitely like heavy British. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh, this is a critical point in my investigation. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Oh! Greetings, I hope I haven't kept you long. Ugh. What exactly were you doing on Kazuma's desk just now? What the fudge? Oh god, he's locked me in his sights. Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry. What do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Oh yes, everything's clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. What? What the fudge? Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I've been to Afghanistan, man. I had a couple tours there. I'm a veteran. Sorry? What? And now, whilst venturing to foreign climes, you find yourself in the most troubling predicament. Is it a TV show reference? I do not know what that's a reference to. Oh, well, that's true at least. But how? How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? Oh my gosh, is she fangirling? But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being as you are a merciless revolutionary. Oh, Sherlock? Oh, the BBC show Sherlock. Yeah, with Cumberbatch and Watson was a veteran from there. Oh, I don't know if that's a reference. No, I think this guy's just a moron. He's thinking that I'm some, like, Russian revolutionary, even though I'm from Japan and I was coming and I stowed away here because my friend told me to. You have fled your native land of Russia, being as a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. Okay, I think he just reads too much Sherlock Holmes books. And when the beribboned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. What the fuck? Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. What was that movement? Like, whatcha? What the fuck? Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? No. I don't even see one person who fits the bill. Oh, please don't fall for it. So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama. What? And you're plotting a revolution too! It's shameful behavior, Naruto-san. Absolutely wicked. No, listen, there's no way I... Oh my god, she freaking took me down! Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. Oh, okay. What? And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Stop doing that. Ah, but was it not right? Whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you do find yourself in the most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. Ah, there you have it, you see? What do you make of that, Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs in the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of deduction. Of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. I don't think you introduced yourself. Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Sherlock Sholmes. So, it's really you, the actual Sherlock Sholmes. The very same, the inimitable actual Sherlock Sholmes. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world, Naruto-san. Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I been living on, Ted? We must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. I don't think he has. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? Oh, for the love of God. Great detective. So you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, I am none other than one and only Sherlock Sholmes. Oh, I see. You're German. Herlock, was it? No, I have no her. I mean, I have hair. Please call me Sholmes. Son of a... You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh, boy. Oh, yes, Rant's magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. Gotcha. I hope you have a good night's rest, Strange. Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. I never miss an issue. I have sent it from England especially. Ah, yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes. So you're the protagonist in a series of short stories, then? Indeed I am. And you read so many of your own stories, you started to think you really are a detective. Make no mistake, I am not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Oh my gosh. Dr. Wilson? must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. It's just such a weird movement. Why, this very moment, I am returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of the cursed royal crown. Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is to me a science. Logical reasoning in its purest form. A science? Oh my god. Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in the subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of muscle, a slight inclination of the posture, fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can you look me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have turned both for observation and for deduction and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Cosmo's death. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in this most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Okay, I'm getting sick of him referring to himself in the third person. I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him. When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all the crew members to force the cabin door open. And I concealed myself among their number, getting an entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Sherlock Holmes was on board. And the handcuffs seem to be excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. Ugh. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh really? Two facts, you say? Oh god, more. Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. What two facts were apparent to you when you came into the cabin this morning? Ah, yes. But first, let us be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand. But what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The two facts I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number one. The cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number two, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. He was not Russian! Hold on, Mr. Sholmes. What made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim of the floor. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Oh, I can't even pronounce that. Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian? In the final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. Kazuma was Russian, was he? Initially, I considered Garnendro may be the name of the killer. A certain Robert Gard, perhaps. But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside of the wardrobe there at least. Where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly. Quite so. I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people. This guy's actually a moron. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea. And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message, that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. This guy's actually a moron. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yes. Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, thank you. The photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russian before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that... Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining the train of reasoning to me, do you think? Certainly, if it interests you. How many times I'm not Russian and I don't speak Russian? Your deduction just now. Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean? Ah, the now famously accurate troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part. Ah, yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Oh my god. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads... Revolutionary violent Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night, the young Russian was murdered. Since when was Kazuma a Russian? Sounds like Mr. Sholmes had concluded that he was Russian because of what Kazuma-san wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you, violent Bolshevik. Bro, I do not look anything like him. No, how could it be me? I don't look like anything like this man. Just look at his face. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Oh my god. Therefore, you have no doubt to learn that revolutionize your appearance as well. Oh my gosh. Ugh, please. And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. What about the other details? The 16 victims of the assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower? Ah, yes. The journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. The deeds of a man has perpetrated thus far, and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There could be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder? What about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik was recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place. Oh, he doesn't know where that is. Here, take the paper for yourself as a little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. I've observed all that there is of interest to me one of its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. Wow, so I'm the nearest rubbish bin, huh? Alright. And you may find the article of the back page of interest as well. On the back. Cast your eye over it sometime if interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. It's all written in Russian? I couldn't hope to read it. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. Alright, and the last thing. Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, were you? Kazuma? Ah, yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. What? We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London diary. Kazuma was keeping notes on the trip. Ah, but I don't think you should read his private writings. They could upset people. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not, yes. Believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what Susato takedown is. Susato-san? Aren't you gonna, like, throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, Naruhito-san. What on earth do you mean? Life is so unfair. Anyway, to return to the matter of hand, namely, this diary belonging to the victim. It would appear that the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray, be precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese. A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, mikado. Nado nado. I trust you are suitably impressed. Son of a... What is this? What is this? But this diary is littered with complicated-looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. So what was all that showing off about before then? If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. Wow, I'm getting screwed. I am much obliged, my dear madam. The final entry here in Kazuma-san's diary consists of 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. Well, it looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Speckled band? A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I never heard that expression before. The ventilator grill, you say. The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Yes, the adjoining cabin. Kazuma's diary has been entered. Okay. Speckled band. So I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least. Ah, do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe, and if I'm still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Oh, I suppose you're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to. The great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at the stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence, the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we could go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Oh, these. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No. There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. What? You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago. Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I would have said you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really. So what were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then, and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Now he's just being plain rude. And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. Naruhodo-san, what are you just standing there for? We must go investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can... Hiya! After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up? You're just gonna roll over and accept your fate? Ugh, as if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. I think we still have some investigation to finish off here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Good idea. The situation doesn't look too good for me, but there are still things I can't do to help myself. And I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this and bring the real culprit to justice. Is that Something wrong, Naruhara-san? Oh, no. It's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh, yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Wait. Excuse me, sir. Oh my god. Oh my god, is that the chief detective? Yes, what can I do you for? It is! He's undercover! Again! I recognize that face, but it can't be. It is! I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga? Hello again. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hoped. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board the ship. Again? You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as a Sogae-san's bodyguard. Oh. It was the Minister of Justice Jikoku who pushed for this overseas study. And he trusted me with ensuring that Isagi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Wait. To push for this overseas study tour to go ahead. Assassinated? How could that even have a possibility? I'm not sure. Oh. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jikoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. Oh. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day. Well, except last night. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin. Not here in the first class deck. Oof. I failed miserably on my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. Bro, it's not your fault. You tried. You were there for most of the time. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word. I do need some help, actually. I need permission to investigate. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma-san's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer. Of course not. We really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, we need to be allowed out of this oh yeah, yes, we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to ship safety. If you move to even touch a handle of the cabin door. That stormy-looking seaman will surely snap at your neck and chew. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next-door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how... There may be a way. What? Really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san. By presenting me with a piece of evidence that you have already had in your possession. Evidence? It's just the same as when you are in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Yeah, I guess. Simply select the present panel. Oh. Oh, okay. So evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright. Yes, I think I might know what we can use. Let's see if I can present... Okay. Inspector, can I show you this? Oh, what the? Is that the Fable Imperial Yume University? I'm not sure if it's really the Fable exactly, but... Pin badge. So, you're a genuine student then? Sorry? Nothing like me with a regular my regular schooling. You're something much greater. Is that what you're trying to say? Can I have my badge back, please? Okay, no. What's that? It's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? He wrote, "What looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill." A speckled band? That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that, but what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. The ventilator clearly joins the next door cabin. That's right, so if we can investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust an investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Aren't you gonna go in against his direct orders? I'm a man of my word. Yeah, and you're a homie. I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Just like moving, we can leave this cabin at last. Okay. Here we go. January 9th, 7:48 a.m. SS Burya, first class cabin passageway. Whew. I'm finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be, and this is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on a study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up on the first class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in the steerage. Really? That must be awful. Oh gosh. Oh, look over there. That's another crewman keeping watch. And he looks enormous, even if he is sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose, like people in handcuffs. Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea at least 2 weeks. Well, yeah, I know. Oh god, it's going too fast. Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, we've been at sea for 2 weeks already. I was inside Cosmo's trunk when I first came aboard. Yeah, and ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. It must have been very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look. Like ship section. This looks like the plan of the SS Burya. It shows each deck. Look. The Burya is a large-scale steamship with a triple-scale hull. What a marvel of engineering. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san. It is? Well, consider the Japanese archipelago. The islands of Japan? Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so. Okay. That's a huge book on the top of the table there, and there's a pen next to it. Yes, that looks like the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san, even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. That is kind of weird. Hey, what's up, buddy? Excuse me, but can I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer. That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask you something? You little third-class lady's maid. Oh, fudge. Aww. Oh. We seem to have caught this sailor on a bad day, Susato-san. I am not a sailor. My mother gave me name. I am senior crewman Biff Stroganov. Biff Stroganov. Fudge. They strike again. Whew, the best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. Yeah, first class cabin area. Mr. Stroganov, about this first class cabin area. Here we are in the finest part of Burya steamship, for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. That is why I'm always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow, I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in the ocean, but Stroganov is not animal. Okay. Thank you. If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Hisogi currently occupied? Ah! Susato-san, did you understand that? It sounded like da. I think it's probably Russian for yes or no. Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Well, it sounds like there is somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes, it's tantalizing. Passenger in the next door cabin. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Hisogi's? His name is Mr. Grimsey Roylott. He's a very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with the murder of the student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is an authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East lands. Holy crap! Oh my god! Fudge! Dang, they were really rough back then, huh? Oh my god. That was harsh. Yeah, that's an understatement. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylock came aboard? That is not your business. Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Cosmo's cabin the entire time, I never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right? That is not your business. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? Duh, all the time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It is sad about Student Boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at that time? Anything unusual? Hat! Susato-san? Do you understand that? It was clearly a no. I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises, or sense anything was wrong in some way. I said no! Sorry! I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he would have catch my eye for a moment there. This is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh, it is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, alright. Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on the top of the mountain, or as English say, when the pigs fly. Yes, I understand. Good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we? Definitely. Story this thing. Okay, yeah. Is something wrong? I was thinking about making a run for it. Just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me. I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach for the handle on the door, that burly seaman will surely shoot you dead. Oh dear. I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there. No, I started with my talk of running away. And there's no way I could run away while Cosmo's death remains a mystery anyway. That book on top of the table there really is huge. Just pairing it too. Oh yeah, we didn't have a look for it. The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been recorded. Meticulously recorded. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. Anyway. Oh, okay, wait. Yeah, this is the same though. Actually, wait. What the frick is that? Ah, a trap for catching mice. Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Now, let me see. Yes, I think that's what it's called, cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. They don't have cheese back then? In Japan? Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like. What the fudge? Okay, I need to know. I should know that, but I'm not a history buff. You can't eat it, Naruhodo-san. The trap will surely snap on your fingers. Really? But I suppose you're right. You weren't actually going to try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Cosmo's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later. You make it sound like I'm like a puppy. What do you think this is? It's very pleasing shape, isn't it? That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship. It brings the vessel to a complete stop. Oh, this I have to see. What are you doing, Naruto-san? You mustn't touch it. But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs. You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. I wish everything would just stop. The ship included. That sassy, like, her hands on the hips thing was funny. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Dang. Right. Shall we go in? This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled van emerging. Maybe whoever is in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Who's there? No answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries. How annoying. Ah! What was that? It came from inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Stand aside. I'm about to break the door open. Down. Mr. Sholmes. And I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. What the heck? January 9th, SS Burya. First class, cabin number 2. Oh, what the? Who are you? A Western gentleman. This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. True. This old man does appear to be the only person in here. That looks like the frickin' guy in the newspaper. But in that case, who just screamed? Was it you? Get out. All of you, now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're the Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I believe. Yes, that's me. And you are? I am the one and only the actual Herlock Sholmes. You heard about me, no doubt? No. I am a great detective among great detectives. One who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. The man uses that magazine like a business card. A detective. I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So might I be so bold to ask you to open that small traveling case? What? Don't be stupid! How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me! Oh. Oh my. Did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh my gosh, he was right. Yes, the case just shook. Leave! Now! Otherwise, I'll call the steward. So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. And that's last night. Mr. Roylott, we'd like to talk to you about something. No. Oh, I do not want to talk. Leave my cabin now. This is going terribly. We're not getting anywhere here. I agree, but there may be someone else who can help. Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere new with Mr. Roylott. What the frick is he doing? Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only to address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting for the inevitable time. That you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. Oh, and it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on, for once. Observe closely. Our Russian host in his cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why? The truth, of course. Though, it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for Russians. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh yes, please. Well then, what are you about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time, it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you, or anyone. That's right, and Mr. Sholmes. I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on the first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Shh! I must have complete silence. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I've quite made up my mind now. There could be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you're about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? Huh? And number two, the other conclusion I've drawn. You are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tensions as you realize you've been discovered. Does it not? Oh, Norohado-san, I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions in my own eyes. That was a great deduction? Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he deduced all there is to know about a person. What? What ineffable twaddle! Oh yes, I read about it countless times in the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, and now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true. I can hardly believe it, but all the color has drained from Mr. Roylott's face. It looks like somehow both Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right? How? How could you? How could I possibly know such things? You wish to say. Very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was all that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon the journey of logical discovery. Let us board a train of reasoning. Quite plainly, let us work for my deductions together. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1, old man's identity. What the fudge? So the dubious looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously. What catches the eye in the first place? Oh my god, this is the actual mechanic. There's an enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you have possibly want with such implement? The answer, of course, is staring at us in the face. You were on the verge of using those shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now moving on. The question that begs is this. Why would you decide to rid yourself of this magnificent beer, Mr. Worrylot? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard it, if you will, this morning's newspaper. Oh, wow. He actually is not dumb. In particular, the fascinating front-page article, which it would appear you have read also, Mr. Worrylot. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary Violent Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You're the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Violent Bolshevik. So why the fudge did you call me that earlier? Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. Revolutionary on the run. Wrongdoing. Now, as for my second conclusion. What the fudge? You're at this very moment on the brink of committing the most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Mr. Worrylot. Taken unawares, people have the propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Ah! And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently, and honestly, than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes, yes, that traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse! What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps. One slight enough to fit therein. There's no way a little girl? Don't be absurd. And what, pray, would that be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? You careless coupe duel betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can be equally found in the pages of this newspaper. For there is another, most stimulating article. Wait, there's another thing? If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page... Oh, I never did look at the back. Oh! Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappearing from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Oh gosh, okay, give me a second here. I'm back. Sorry, I had to get some water and also take a phone call. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma, Elemensky. Wow, there's no way he's right. Is he? Susato-san, that wasn't one of those great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes, could you come over here for a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all, go on. Well, to start with, there's a newspaper article. I think we have the same discussion before, but these two men look nothing like each other. Ah, yes, I recall a discussion earlier, and at the time, I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing, that part about abducting the ballerina. Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small for to accommodate a young woman. Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you pushed really hard. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. Oh, no, I didn't know. How could I? Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out of from that case. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A trope of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain liveness in their bodies. Vinegar? For such a sour bunch, I would surely be simplicity itself, to contort oneself into confines of that small case. Oh dear. You might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. This whole thing is turning into a circus. Mr. Naruhodo, something occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers, his observations are, well, magical. His eyes cut the heart of matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention, his logic, that seems a little off. Your idea of maybe a little off itself, Miss Susato. It's just one or two key words in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactically switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Switch some key words in his deductions. Yes, but very tactfully. I'm sure if we could do that, we unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. Wow, we're basically helping a freaking idiot detective be smart. Precisely the thought that was going through my mind. Oh my god. This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. It's not that funny. Ah, and you, my good fellow. Sorry. Take a moment to look at your wrist. My wrist? What the? Where are your handcuffs? Huh? How did... I felt that they may hinder your ability to follow me in a dance of deduction. I don't believe it. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrist when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh, fudge. Okay, so oh, course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Gotta correct this moron. Okay. Okay, so that's the face. I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. Doesn't quite sit right with me, though. It doesn't really seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either. Which means, I suppose, that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a key word here, Naruhodo-san, and see if that matters. Alright, but how? Okay, We're taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylott. I wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on. Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Shome's deduction better, then what? Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san. Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around in the last sentence. Exactly what Mr. Roylott really good to use those enormous shears for. Oh, golden locks? What the? What's this? It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. This is the ballerina! No, 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 no. The color's not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. Roylott's head? And how's it growing out from underneath his thick black hair? Well, yes, that's true. So it's so stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising. Something's definitely not right here.
Yes!
Oh! Doing it to you. We're on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks, you sport. Ah, yes. Oh my god, give me a second here. Alright. You're on the verge of using those shears to cut away the golden locks, you sport. Indeed, you have identified these precise details I was intending to expose. Oh my god. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all. You're a woman, and judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I'd managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begs is this: why would you desire to get rid of yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Okay, wait. The evidence that reveals your true identity. Well, that was a shock. I had no idea that the old man was really a young woman in disguise, did you? What? Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise, Naruhodo-san. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Sorry? You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room, deducing the facts from Mr. Soames. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business, not strictly Yes, I understand. Say no more. Well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of Mr. Shom's deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now. No, that's true, given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman. Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now. Yes, let's switch the evidence around for something else. Something that fits the facts as well as we understand them now. For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. Feels as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. Alright, I'll do my best. This is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, nor can I. But I look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess. Do you think? She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Ah, I'm glad you noticed this article. Ah! Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear that the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. Can't pronounce that. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be a unbelievable sum of money. Citizens are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is the property of the Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They have requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Could this be another case of Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, God. The article about ballerina has been entered into the court record.
Yes!
Article about ballerina. Oh, snap. Here we go. The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article of the ballerina. That's right. You hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina. Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Ah! Oh. That's actually dangerous. I can't give him the deep voice now, I guess. Dun dun. Dun dun. Wow, wow. She has smooth skin. You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. Oh, there you go. A ballerina on the run. Well, I guess that's why we didn't hear any noises, because that would bring suspicion. Kidnapping a young ballerina. Now, as for my second conclusion. You are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing the most grievous crime. Okay, yeah. And the proof of this crime over there. But their eyes stray, you see. Ah, and I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the further glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, the traveling case. This woman is a ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes. So clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well. No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime this young woman's apparently committing? I can see I'm going to have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again. You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes? Stop it! Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to. Oh! Wow, look at this dazzling tiara. I've never seen anything like it. Are those real diamonds, do you think? Oh, Naruhodo-san, try it on. What? Me? Isn't it usually girls who wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on? Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful. Why does the tiara look familiar? I feel like I've seen it somewhere recently.
Yes!
The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. Oh! I believe this tiara is worn on the stage by dancers in the Novelich Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in the newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it is an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crimes you have committed is theft. Oh no! Yes, you left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you. Ugh! I have no one, no family, no friends. I'm all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia? It belongs to me. This girl's only 15 years old, and she's run away all by herself? She must be extremely lonely. Alright, I will tell you everything. There is no point in hiding it now. Come, let us not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. Is it reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed? Actually, yeah, why did it move? Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I've ever laid eyes on them. Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup duel betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your fervent glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case, written on the books on the shelf. Oh. He's completely changed the tag of his deduction now. I just realized it happened again. Yeah, the way it's knocked over. Huh. Is it a rat? Is there a rat in there? Because is that why she screamed? Because she saw a mouse? I think Mr. Shums is adapting his logic by changing the circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why hasn't he suddenly bought this bookshelf into all of this? It's just a wild guess, surely. Oh, do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem like that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in the book that doesn't even have belonged to her. Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Pavlova currently did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. And there has to be another reason why she wouldn't open her case. And it must be somewhere in the same area if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn. I agree. That's the only answer. Okay, whatever she had hid inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze through the... I don't know what it is.
Yes!
Rules of passage? Was it really rules of passage? Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case, written in rules of passage. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Oh, okay, yeah, it's the mouse. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from the carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or any other dangerous animal will move on its own accord. Oh, Jesus Christ. Which leaves only but one possibility, Miss Pavlova, inside your traveling case. Oh my god. It's the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules. A passage. A pet. I'm loving this game already. Ah! Possession of a prohibited animal. Solved. There we go. Deduction complete. Elementary, my dear Naruhodo. So clearly, you are who you say you were. No, I am not Grimsy Roylott. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel, which could have been easy. The Buria is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman, and you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave it well alone. So, if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out that scream we heard from the outside of the cabin? That veritable tinkling of bell? Why not other than this young lady, naturally? More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself so no one would recognize me? As a result, you just transform yourself into that questionable old man I see. Oh, I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then, just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper, right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me. Oh, she freaked out when she saw a picture of her. So I decided to cut all my hair as fast as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand, and at that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Annoyingly. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You were right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew, your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night. Yes, alright. I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo? Wasn't it something? Mr. Shom's great deduction? Well, it was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing. Oh, yes? What? Observe your wrist. My... You jerk. Ah, your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. When? And why? There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say. It can't be helped at the moment. Ugh, can it? Really? Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on knowing. I have to find out what's the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote about his diary really was. Okay, I think I might stop here. Whew! I went far today. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna stop for tonight, guys. We got a good 2 hours going on here. Thank you for everybody who stopped by in the stream for in chat. Thank you for the raid. Shout out to the raid by Strange Raven. She's really great. And yeah, I hope to be streaming more this week. We'll see how this week goes. Trying to get some motivation, and hopefully everything goes well. For those watching the YouTube VOD, I hope you leave a like and subscribe, and you'll be notified when the next VOD comes up. Usually it's the day after when I do these streams. And if you want to know when I'm live, you can follow me on Twitch. And also follow me on Twitter and join the Discord server. Both links are both in the bio, in my bio profiles of Twitch and YouTube. So thank you for sticking around to this point. Hopefully I'll probably stream this game maybe this weekend. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, until then, guys, I hope you enjoyed this stream. I'm enjoying this game a lot. I've been loving it a lot, honestly. So yeah, until next time, guys, stay healthy, okay? See you later.